Hello everyone, this is Louisiana Highball Productions. I just want to share with you my little trip down to volunteer at the DeQuincy Railroad Museum for the day. I did a lot of cleaning. I really enjoyed myself despite doing the cleaning, because as you clean the cases you see what's inside and you kind of take in what it is. They have a lot of interesting stuff down at the DeQuincy Railroad Museum. They've got old semaphores, switch stands, a knuckle coupler. They have a whole bunch of timetable books. You name it, they've pretty much got it. Model trains. They have these awesome brass locomotives that these models that they have, they're just fantastically detailed, and I'm going to show you some in a second. And they've got a few pieces of equipment. They have one old lightweight passenger coach. It's ex-Amtrak, which probably, I imagine, came from the Southern Pacific, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure that's 100% true. They also have a steam locomotive, not operational. Of course, they don't have any operational equipment, but other than steam locomotive, they have two cabooses. So yeah. So we'll start off with the first picture I took whenever I got there. This was early in the morning. There we go. It's their steam locomotive. It's a little 060 switching locomotive, number 124. Came from the Southern Pacific Railroad. Like I said, it's 060. It's used for switching. It's an oil-burning steam locomotive. It's kind of a generic American steam locomotive, I guess. It's quite small for American standards. Whenever you stand next to it, it seems huge, but it's actually not that big. Yeah, that's the steam locomotive. I took this picture while I was cleaning out the coach. I had to wash the windows and sweep the carpet. Sweeping carpet is not fun with the broom. So let's move on. Next, we come to these brass models that I was talking about. The lady told me these were owned by a multimillionaire. He loved trains. He had these running throughout his house. They're so detailed. They're pretty much as exact a scale as you can get. I believe they're G scale, and they're just fantastic. They're so detailed. I was just blown away. But the story is, these were owned by a multimillionaire. He loved trains. He had them running around his house. I've already said this, but he basically got too old. He couldn't take care of them anymore, and these things are almost completely made out of brass, so I imagine they're extremely heavy for an old man. That's probably really difficult to lift. So he donated them to the DeQuincy Railroad Museum, and now they just fascinate people. So here's the big boy. Just so once again, just so blown away by the detail of these models. Next, we come to this Pennsylvania Railroad mountain type steam locomotive. I used to know the class of this, now I don't. It's the Pennsylvania Railroad steam locomotive. Next up, we have a Southern Pacific forward cab, an AC-12 number 4294. Just fantastic looking steam engine. Just so nice, and these models are just so detailed. They're just little scaled down versions of the real thing. They're so cool. Coming up next, we have a Rio Grande Challenger 3800 class. I mean, I'm not sure if they were called the 3800 class by the Rio Grande, but I'm pretty sure that's the classification by ALCA. Just a fantastic model. And it's not often you see models of the Rio Grande Challengers. You can also see the tender of the AC-12 forward cab in the corner right here. Next is the J-Class. J-Class, it's beautiful. It's got such a nice shine to it. It's just fantastic. I'm going to say fantastic a lot in this video. Another picture of the J-Class. You have the Union Pacific Challenger. This is actually 3985, so you might be familiar with that. I hope you're familiar with that. Just once again, beautiful model, beautifully represented. I mean, these are the most detailed models I've ever seen in my life. They're beautiful. Next is an FEF3. Just once again, a beautiful, beautiful representation of an FEF3. This one was 837. So yeah, just another one of those odd numbers. But I like that. I really like that. There's a few that I didn't get a picture of that I would love to have gotten a picture of. They had another G-scale SD45. They had some Alco PA units that I didn't get a picture of. I wish I would have, and some Southern Pacific Black Widow F units, which I would have loved to gotten pictures of. I wish I would have taken more pictures. I should have taken more pictures and more videos of trains passing through, and I just didn't get around to it because I was busy and just busy admiring the stuff they had there and cleaning and stuff. So, you know. But they just have so much stuff there. They have so many interesting pictures you can see in the reflections, because I had just cleaned the display case. They just have it's such a beautiful depot. This is an old Kansas City Southern depot that they turned into the DeQuincy Railroad Museum. Just fantastic. Everything there pretty much is original, other than like the display cases and stuff. The building itself is just almost completely original. It looks like what it would have looked like in the steam era with, you know, flower beds. But the building itself is pretty much unchanged. Next up, I must warn you, the video that is about to play after this segment is very abrupt, I guess you could say. Basically what happened was I looked out the window, I saw the train down the line, I didn't realize how fast it was going. At the last second, I ran out of the museum through the front door, ran around back through puddles because it had just rained. I got my shoes soaking wet, pulled up the camera app on my phone as fast as I could, and I almost missed the lead locomotive. I pretty much did, but I mean, what can I say? I tried. Yeah, I got to it just in time. It was very colorful lead locomotive set. It was, if I can remember, I could just look right here. It was a Canadian Pacific GEVO, followed by a BNSF GEVO, followed by a Kansas City Southern GEVO, followed by two Kansas City Southern SD70s. So, you know, I couldn't be happier with that consist. The next one after that, so I'll just flip through here. You can see I'm standing on the locomotive inside the cab. Basically what had happened was not many people volunteer for the DeQuincy Railroad Museum. The ones who do don't want to actually work. They just want to visit and look around. So I did a lot of work there. I did a lot of cleaning. So she's like, do you want to be in the DeQuincy newspaper? I was like, sure, why not? So we go outside. She's like, where do you want to take the pictures? I'd like to take them in front of the steam locomotive. She's like, well, you could do better. You can take them standing on the steam locomotive. So we get to the steam locomotive. I'm standing on the front kind of running plate. I don't know what you'd call it. It's not a buffer beam. It's pretty much the same thing. So I'm standing there. She's about to take the picture. She says, no. Get up on the running decks, the running plates along the sides of the boilers. I know that's not the correct term. I used to know the correct term. Now I don't. And so I stood up there, and we took the pictures, and I hopped back down. I was like, one more thing. Can I go inside the cab of the steam locomotive? She's like, yeah, go ahead. Go inside the cab of the steam locomotive. So I get in the cab. We take a few more pictures. I'm about to get down from the cab, the huge smile on my face, and then the day just got better. I turn around and I hear crossing gates activate, and I was just so excited. I knew the train was coming eventually. It had just started out of a siding. You can hear the turbos in the first GE unit winding up. So, and I couldn't see over the tender. So basically what I do is the engineer's seat is sitting on this box that runs the length of the cab. And so I put one foot on that box. The other foot goes across onto a box, kind of, it looks like where maybe a pump for the oil, because it's an oil burning steam locomotive, would be. Feet on both sides, legs stretched out. Not doing a split, but legs stretched to the limit of what my shorts could take without ripping. A little bit too much information there. So I get the shot kind of perfect to where you could definitely see the locomotives, and whenever he passed by, I wave. He honks the horn back, almost does a shave and a haircut, but doesn't. And you could just hear the locomotives were probably in notch 5 screaming away. And so yeah. Then I, about halfway through the train, I hop back down and I just have to pull the bell cord and ring the bell. So I do that. I might cut that part out because the camera's all shaky. It's not really pointing at anything. So it's just a wonderful day. I'm gonna leave you with these 2 clips in a better format than this. So, you know, these clips will also be in their own separate video. But I'd just like to warn you that the first clip, this one, is very abrupt. It may spook you. So, yeah, be prepared for that. So that's basically all I have to say. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos where I go out and do stuff like this, because I definitely enjoyed it. I might even do some more videos at the DeQuincy Railroad Museum if I can. I'd like to spend every weekend down there because it's so cool. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess I'll leave you with these 2 clips. So bye for now. I'll see you in the next video. This is Louisiana Highball Productions signing out. Goodbye.